at its center is that. It's the Mind Stone. It's one of the 6 Infinity Stones, the greatest power in the universe, unparalleled in its destructive capabilities.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been using the 6 Infinity Stones as the main plot driver for years now, and so have the comics. But just how much do you know about the Infinity Stones? Which one is the most powerful, and which one may be coming into play in Avengers 4 when things get even more messed up in the MCU? What is up, guys? Welcome to the Multiverse. My name is Jimmy, and today we're going to be checking out 10 things you may not have known about the Mind Stone. And just like our other Infinity Stone videos, which will all be linked below, it's kind of a mini-series. This video is going to contain spoilers for the Infinity War movie, so here is your spoiler alert. Now, let's get started.
Be sure to enter our monthly giveaway. For this month, we're going to be giving away 10 tickets to see the Han Solo movie. It's really easy to enter. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on for a chance to win. Leave a comment on why you want to win with your Twitter handle attached, and I will pick the winner at the end of the month. Good luck.
To kick off this list, I bet you regular Multiverse viewers already know what I'm about to say, but we're going to say it again for the sake of the new viewers. For those that don't know, the Infinity Stones have been referred to as multiple things throughout Marvel's history, mainly the Infinity Gems and the Soul Gems, which gets a little confusing since the Soul Gem now is something entirely different. So, for the remainder of this video, we're going to be using the phrases Infinity Stones and Infinity Gems interchangeably, but since the Soul Gem has had a definition change since its introduction, we're not going to be using it unless we're actually talking about the literal Soul Gem, one of the 6 Infinity Stones. So, if you hear us talk about the Mind Stone and the Mind Gem, don't get confused because they're the same thing. Sound good? Sound fair? Okay. The Mind Gem first appeared in issue 41 of Captain Marvel, which was published in November of 1975, and it took place on Earth 616. It is believed that the Infinity Gems came into existence when the all-powerful being committed suicide out of loneliness, at which point their power was split into 6 gems. Each one represented an aspect of the being's power as well as a certain aspect of life in the universe. Now, the Mind Gem was named for its ability to manipulate the mind of its targets, such as hopes, desires, friends, enemies, goals, just about everything that could possibly be going on inside somebody's head. The first beings to ever come in contact with the Mind Gem were the Kree Supreme Intelligence, who strangely, they knew of the gem's presence before it even made itself known to them. Perhaps the gem manipulated the minds of the Kree to find out what it wanted to know. Whatever the reason may be for its initial appearance, the Mind Gem is currently owned by Turk Barrett on Earth 616 as of the recording of this video. So the history of the Mind Stone on Earth 199999, which is the MCU, is a little different from the original backstory of the comics, but the Mind Stone is also perhaps the most used and the central of all the Infinity Stones in the MCU, as it has played a central part in many of the films so far. The Infinity Stones of the MCU came into existence when an all-powerful singularity ceased to exist, at which point the cosmic entities encased its power into 6 stones, each one representative of a certain aspect of the overall power. Now, the Mind Stone is actually the first stone that Thanos got a hold of in the MCU, although he gave it to Loki as a gift so he could use it in his scepter to attack Earth in the first Avengers movie. The MCU Mind Stone has seen quite a few changes over the years, as it was first seen in Loki's scepter. Then when the stone was pulled out of the scepter, it was used by Tony Stark to create Ultron, then used by Ultron to create a new body, and then by Stark again to create Vision. And finally in Infinity War, the stone was pulled out of Vision so Thanos could take control of it, although we are yet to see Thanos do anything specifically with this stone. As seen in the various MCU films as it has appeared in, the Mind Stone's powers are quite straightforward. The holder of this stone has the ability to alter the thoughts and goals of a certain target, although its powers don't stop there. The Mind Stone also allows the user complete access to their own mind, giving them extreme knowledge and the ability to use telekinesis and telepathy, which we see Vision do quite frequently. But the Mind Stone's most powerful ability can only be achieved if it is used alongside the other Infinity Stones. But if the user manages to get all the stones in one place, the Mind Stone will give them access to every single mind in the universe all at once. One strange power the Mind Stone possesses is the power to merge the minds of 2 or more people, creating somebody entirely different or entirely new. One of the first things the Mind Stone was ever used for in the comics was an event in which the Kree Supreme Intelligence attempted to brainwash the planet in an elaborate plan to harness the power of Rick Jones and Captain Marvel by merging their minds together, at which point the two had to go into the stone itself to actually get their own personal minds back. Cracking into the top 5 today, the Mind Stone actually has another backstory in another universe, this time coming from Earth 1610, which is the Ultimate Universe. In this world, the Mind Stone came into being when Odin battled the giant named Hildebard and stole his intelligence, at which point the knowledge became too powerful to be contained, resulting in the destruction of the 9 worlds and the creation of the Mind Stone. Now, the Mind Stone would later be used in attempts to brainwash Captain America and control the minds of Hydra troops. However, all of the Infinity Stones in the Ultimate Universe were destroyed after Wolverine caused a tear in reality, resulting in all of the stones shattering. And did you guys know the Mind Stone is even capable of swapping people's minds and bodies? During an event on Earth 12041, the animated universe, the Mind Stone seeks out the MODOC, which uses it to try to take down S.H.I.E.L.D. When the Avengers confront him, he then uses the stone to swap each of the Avengers' minds with someone else's, resulting in them having to get used to using someone else's powers in order to take down their enemies. Thankfully, they were victorious and it reversed the effects, but it just goes to show how powerful the Mind Stone can actually be. And a common theme with the Infinity Stones is that they require the user to be extremely powerful or else it could end up hurting them badly. However, if you look at the comics, the Mind Stone seems to be the exception here. While the Mind Stone has been used extremely powerful people like Thanos, Professor X, and Adam Warlock, it has also been used by much weaker people. Following the recreation of the universe in the Infinity Countdown storyline, the Mind Stone falls into the hands of Turk Barrett, who is just a common thief who simply uses the stone to commit crimes and get his way. So while the Infinity Stones may be extremely powerful, the Mind Stone doesn't seem to have that same devastating side effect as the others do. Now, we mentioned before that the Time Gems were given to Gamora for safekeeping, but one of the other stones was given to another one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, or at least an acquaintance of the Guardians. As a little recap, following Adam Warlock's obtaining of all 6 Infinity Gems, he realized that the gems should not be kept together in one place due to the insane power they were capable of. So, in order to prevent catastrophe, he went to 6 of his closest friends who he knew would keep the gems safe. And as the Guardian of the Mind Gem, he chose Heather Douglas, aka Moondragon, who some of you Marvel fans may know as the daughter of Drax the Destroyer, one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. When Heather was a young girl living happily with her mother and father, the family was driving through the desert when they accidentally stumbled upon Thanos' ship landing, at which point Thanos blew the ship up to prevent there from being any witnesses of him. Heather managed to survive the explosion, but both of her parents were killed, although her father would later be reanimated into becoming Drax the Destroyer. It was at this point she was found by Mentor, Thanos' father, and she was raised on the planet Titan to become a powerful psychic known as Moondragon. Perhaps we'll see Drax and Moondragon reunite in the MCU in the near future, although their family backstory is a little different in the movies, so that's probably not going to happen. And finally, despite the fact that the Mind Stone is one of the most used throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's also one of the least explained of the Infinity Stones. Like I said earlier, first time we saw the Mind Stone is when it was gifted to Loki to use in the invasion of Earth in the very first Avengers movie. But it was never really explained by Thanos how it got there in the first place or why he would be willing to part with it if he was so obsessed with finding all the stones. Perhaps Thanos had some secrets that we didn't know at that time, or maybe he had a change of heart, or maybe it's like our theory of the Kree finding it, where the Mind Stone wanted to be away from Thanos and it provoked him to give it away. Whatever the reason may be, I personally hope we get a little more explanation and backstory for the Mind Stone when we watch Avengers 4.
There were 6 singularities, concentrated ingots, Infinity Stone.
There you go, members of the multiverse, a little trip down the Mind Stone history. Now, you guys let me know what you think. Which one of the Infinity Stones is your favorite? Like I said, this is a mini-series. We've already covered 3 or 4 of the stones, so check those videos out, and we will keep doing them till we get all 6 covered. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribed with your notifications on. My name is Jimmy, and I will see you in the multiverse.
Be sure to enter our monthly giveaway. For this month, we're going to be giving away 10 tickets to see the Han Solo movie. It's really easy to enter. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on for a chance to win. Leave a comment on why you want to win with your Twitter handle attached, and I will pick the winner at the end of the month. Good luck.